guys, my name is Claris and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a gel pedicure and removal. As it's coming up to spring and summer, I hope this will be helpful if you're interested in doing a gel pedi on yourself. So let's get right into the video. So this is what my toenails are looking like right now. I did this set weeks ago, so there has been some growth. Some of them have been growing out more than others, but it's definitely time for a new pedicure. So there's several ways to remove gel. One of them, of course, which I believe is more popular, is using a cotton ball and wrapping it in foil over the nail, and that usually takes 10-20 minutes from my experience. But this time I'm going to try using my AirC nail drill. I have a video review of this one on my channel here. But I'm going to start by using the large barrel and just inserting that in and then locking it into place. I'm going to turn the speed up to about 15 RPMs. And using strokes in one motion away from the nail, I'm going to carefully take off layer by layer of the gel. And you don't want to go through the base coat. If you see any of the natural nail, then don't go any deeper because we don't want to damage the natural nail. And before I've done gel nails, I've never really been able to grow out my toenails this long, so it's kind of cool. I'll definitely trim them down a little bit, but it's neat how it helped them to not break at all. So just move from one nail to the other, and you don't have to go all the way down until you don't see any color. I'll be using a sanding band a little bit later for that. So I'm just going to remove all of them in that way, and it looks like I might have some staining. I'm not sure. I'll probably be able to file that away later. And while it may take a little time getting used to, I do think this method is a lot faster than the silk off way if you do have a nail drill. This is the first nail drill I've ever used, and I really like it. It's very simple, easy to use, and I do have a link below in my description if you're interested in checking out this one. Alright, now I'm going to take out that large barrel and I'm going to put in a mandrel with a sanding band, and I'm going to do this to just go over the nails one more time and just take off anything that is still on. I'll be doing a slower speed, 8,000 RPMs. Okay, so next, after all that, it's time to give our feet a good soak. So I'm just going to fill up a small bucket with some warm water, and then I'm just going to step in and give my feet a good soak for maybe about 4 or 5 minutes. And this would kind of be like what happens after you take a warm shower. Your cuticles will get nice and soft, so that's what we're kind of doing. I'm not really putting anything special in the water. Of course, you could do that, but this is just basically to soften up the cuticles and make them easier to remove. And if you do have one, you can use one of these to kind of scrape off the callus of your feet. I'm not sure what they're called. Okay, I'm going to take them out of the water now and then dry off your feet with a towel. But as I mentioned, the next thing I'm going to do is remove the cuticles. So I'm just going to grab a wood stick and just use that to go along the cuticle line and just kind of scrape off any dead skin. And as you can see, it comes off quite easily. In fact, removing your cuticles is a great thing to do right after a shower, and I did do that every once in a while, maybe once a week. While I had this pedicure on, you can still do it with your nails painted. And there we go, pretty easy. I'm going to put my feet back into the bucket to kind of rinse all that off and then dry that off again. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is cut these back. For this, I like using a straight toenail clipper and a file. And for shape, I'm just going to do mine really just straight across and then kind of round it at the corners. So for an ideal toenail length, you don't really want it sticking out past where your toe is, but then you don't want it super short either. So just kind of right below where your toe is a good length for my preference, but whatever would work for you. Now I'm going to grab some alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and I'm just going to cleanse the nails one more time before we begin with the gel application. Alright, now we're getting into the fun part. So I have here a Born Pretty gel base coat, and I'm just going to apply that to all the nails. That's the challenge with doing these pedicures. The toenails are pretty small. And I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. Now for the gel color, I'm going to use one of Born Pretty's gels. And this one is a bright orange. I think it would be a great color for summer. But on the big toenail, we're going to do a different design. And you're going to put down a piece of striping tape diagonally across the nail and then paint in the top part. And then peel that off. And for all the little toes, I'm just going to paint them a plain coat of orange. But before we cure that, while the polish is still wet, we're just going to add a little bit of glitter to that big toenail. So this kit I actually got on Amazon for about $6–7, so it's really cheap. They're not the best quality glitters, but they're okay. So from this selection, I selected a bright coppery orange. So I'm going to open this up, and with a toothpick, I'm going to kind of sprinkle the glitter along that line we made. And this will just add a little bit of color and sparkle to my pedicure, which I always like. There we go. I'm now going to go cure that for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to apply the Born Pretty glossy top coat to all the nails to seal in the design. This gel polish is so opaque in just one coat that I'll just leave it at that. And then let's pop it back in the lamp and cure for another 30 seconds. So now I'm just going to repeat everything on the other foot. So let me do that. I just love how long gel lasts. I mean, I had no problems with the gel lasting as long as it did. I only had to take it off because it was growing out. So that's why I think gel is perfect for pedis, because then you don't have to worry about it too much. Until it's time to take it off, of course. I might do more regular nail polish pedis. But for now, these are my favorite. Alright guys, so I did the design on the other foot. I really like the kind of negative space and glitter on the big toenails. What do you think of this idea? Well, now I'm going to grab my jojoba oil and just use a little brush to kind of put some around the cuticles, massage that in, and to help it rehydrate after using that acetone, you know. Well guys, there is the finished pedicure I did. What do you think about this design? If you enjoyed, I'd very much appreciate it if you give this video a like. And if you're not already, I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel for nail art videos like this twice a week. And for my next video, I'm going to be testing out some more nail art hacks that I found around. And I do like doing videos like these, so that'll be really fun. And if you're interested in any of the products I use here, like the nail drill, the lamp, the gel polish, and I will also have links for my other pedicure videos I have on my channel. Remember that a smile is the prettiest thing you can wear. So I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for stopping in and watching my video. I really appreciate that. And have a magical day.